Greetings, listeners. Your host for the night, Zach, here, introducing you to The Call of Cthulhu podcast by Twisted Gear Studios. Thank you for all your patience over the past several months. Between lockdowns, work, personal lives, and everything else, we're finally back to new episodes. As always, we'd like to thank our donators over on Ko-fi for sticking with us during the break and beyond, such as Alec, KJ, Noops, D, Devil 1193, TJ, and Taylor. If you want to help support the show, offer up sanity to investigators, and things like that, please check out our Ko-fi page for more. Currently, the community is working to help get us some of the parts that we need to start adding video to our podcasts. We thank you for all your support so far. Otherwise, please take a look at our merch shop over at twistedgearstudios.com. But for now...
Last we left our investigators, Althea, Skeet, and Simon dove into the bowels of the mansion on the hill towards Aloysius Goodyear's theater to find masks for their mission to the Silver Twilight Lodge later that night. As Althea and Marion were brought in for questioning at the Boston PD in regards to all the explosions happening around town recently, and Amos awaits his turn outside.
Well, I mean, I feel that everyone would want a little break from the interrogation, so I'm just going to move back to Althea.
Oh, God. It is an interrogation?
I'm just going to move back to Althea. So the light goes out. And immediately Ski's like, what? He just makes some weird grunts,
okay.
like, surprise.
I'm just going to, because I'm holding onto the door, right?
Yes.
I'm just going to try opening the door.
Yeah, the door does open.
Okay.
I need you to make a willpower roll.
I had a feeling. Yeah.
But I'm also going to be rolling a roll for Skeet and a roll for Simon.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Needless to say, Skeet doesn't have a strong willpower. Or he might. Who knows?
He might. It might be the strongest of us all.
Maybe.
I do know that Simon rolled a 95, and his willpower is lower than that. Okay, fair enough. What did you roll?
13 out of 80, which is an extreme success.
Extreme success. So you seem completely fine. As you open up the door, you hear Simon go, what the fuck? Oh, my leg's going numb.
Fuck!
What?
Oh, did something touch me? Are you guys touching me?
No. What's happening? Is this part of your
I got these.
your weirdness?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
And he just, for a quick second, he goes back to Simon.
It's because
like
it's
Simon. And he's like, my weirdness? Mine? Oh, good years.
Okay.
No, it's like pinpricks. Oh, it's moving up my side.
What? Okay.
You hear him sort of shuffle, and you hear his hand hit the wall.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Okay. Is there any light coming through the door at all?
No.
Still no fucking light?
I'm gonna let you roll an idea roll again because this is something you should remember, but just in this spirit of the moment.
I'm about to go into an interrogation
24 out of 70, which is a hard success.
Yeah. So what you do remember now is when you came down here, the same thing happened, but you had actually opened the door in one motion, accidentally fell a little bit into the room, stumbling, because you started feeling pinpricks on your legs and numb, and there was a lever on the wall, and when you pulled it, you heard the drone of electricity as lights came on.
Okay. Do I remember where the lever was?
Yes.
Can I move to the lever and pull it?
Yeah, so you just open up the door and you can just reach in from where you are. And there's this drone of electricity as the lights come on.
Yep.
I need you to make a spot hidden.
Okay. 75 out of 68.
Nerds. So, yeah, it looks like some of the rolls are carrying over from last game. shake those bad rolls out. But hey, it's the way the game
Bad
goes.
rolls bad? Oh no.
I mean, do you expect anything else?
No.
So you turn the lights on, and you hear that drone of electricity, and then you can see pretty much what you saw before is the auditorium with the layered seats down. The door on the right from your perspective, or I guess that would be stage left, I believe was what it was last time.
If it's on your right, looking at the theater stage left.
Yeah. But anyway, the door from your perspective on the right is still closed. It was locked. And the door on the left is slightly ajar.
Okay.
Could have been from when it might have been left open.
Okay.
From when you went through last time. And the stage and everything else. It seems to be the same.
Okay.
As it was. But as you look back at Simon, he's sort of leaning against the wall and he's sort of like shaking his left leg. And Skeet is just Skeet. He's just like, we didn't stay still that long, boy. Like falling asleep or nothing.
All right, and I'll say, okay, come on then, let's get this done as quickly as we can.
So Simon sort of looks at you, and he sort of steps down, and he's like, oh, that numbness is going away. Oh, that's weird. He actually looks really surprised, like confused, as if he had never. It doesn't make sense to him, and he's the type of person that stuff needs to make sense, which is weird in his line of work.
Yep. And I'll just.
And you start walking.
Yeah, I'll
into
just
the
tell
auditorium.
him. It was like, let's just go. If I could explain it to you, I would, but unfortunately, I can't. So, let's just get this done.
Okay. So you walk in, and Simon's like, "So, first off, wow, this is
perfect."
Yeah. He just looks a little bit confused as he's looking around. It's a little bit off-putting when Simon's confused. Skeet sort of always looks confused. Right?
Sure.
Okay. So what are we doing?
All right. So we're just not gonna go stage left. We'll just kind of take a look around, see if there's any kind of storage bins, prop costume storage or something like that around the stage anywhere. I guess.
Okay. So we're not going stage left. We're going to go stage right.
Yeah. Let's try stage right. Stage left. We just.
So that door is already open. Is that the one you went through last time then?
Yes.
Okay. And he just follows you.
All right. So just searching around for.
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. You get down to the door.
Yeah.
And you open up the door, and what you see is the ramp you saw before. It sort of goes in, and there's a slight ramp up to the stage. And then the ramp continues down around the corner. And as you're walking through the door toward the stage, you can smell like ammonia, like a bit of sewage coming from the tunnel.
Yeah.
Where it's heading, which heads to, seems to be some kind of sewer catacomb area.
Yeah.
Right?
We won't be catacombing today, hopefully.
Yeah, so they're just following you as you, actually, can you roll me a spot hidden?
Oh, God. 56 out of 68.
Put a tick in spot hidden.
No.
Of course.
You notice, as you walk the ramp and you turn to go up to the stage, as you glance back, you see Skeet, but you don't see Simon.
Skeet? Where did
Yes,
Simon
ma'am.
go?
Well, he was right behind me, man.
Okay, we have to find him, and the first thing I'm going to do is go and check near stage left.
Yeah, so you go out the door, the way you just came, and you look over, and, well, he's at stage left. He's already over to the door. And he seems to be trying to open it, but you're just catching him as he's reaching into, like, an inside pocket. And he's pulling out, seems to be like a little leather. You've seen it before because Amos has a similar thing. It's a lock-picking set.
Okay, so is he at the stage left door or the stage right door?
From your perspective, you went to stage
Right.
right.
Yeah.
He's at the door that was locked, which would have been stage left.
Yeah. Stage left and right never change.
No, but when we came in, you said stage left was open a bit.
No, the door on the left, which is on stage right, was open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So
I hear
actually, what I'm
translate.
going
I'm stage manager.
what I'm going to do is what I did last time. From your perspective, looking at the stage, I'm
Yes.
just going to refer to them
Yes.
as the right door and the left door from the perspective of looking at
so
the stage.
he's at the right
Looking
door.
at the stage, left door was unlocked, right door was locked.
Exactly.
Yes.
He is
I
at
got
the
you.
right
I got
door.
you.
He was at
Okay,
the right door.
Yes.
That is locked. The same thing happened last time.
no.
And now that you're coming out on stage, it's on the left.
See, it's not like I don't know this, but frig. Okay.
And he seems
How about this? I'm gonna go towards Simon.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to notice you
That's definitive.
as you are walking up to him.
Yeah.
And he's got like a couple of things and he looks like he's about to
Simon?
Yeah. I thought
Are
we
you-
were looking for stuff.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I don't like locked doors. I figure if we're looking for something specific, that door's open. Let's see what's behind this door as well.
Okay. No, that's fine. Just just make sure that we're all within sight of each other. I guess would be a good idea.
Are we in danger here, Althea?
How about I'm not sure?
That's a great answer.
Does that work?
Because I'm assuming that this is where Aloysius put on the play.
Almost put on the play.
Well, yeah, at the last moment.
Yeah, we don't need to
He-
talk about that right now. So you understand my anxiety about this general area. I just want to make sure we're all safe. So maybe we should just stay within sight of each other, okay?
Oh, okay. And he sort of puts the lockpicks away. And he's like, well, I guess we could go up on the stage and see if we can...
No, we don't need to go up on the stage either. It's fine. We'll try this door. Skeet, how about you come over here with us? Please. Thank you.
Okay, so Skeet didn't stay. He's up on stage doing a soliloquy.
Okay, no. Skeet, can you please get off the
No, he's
off the-
not. I'm just joking. He's followed. He's just outside of the left door. And he just walks over to you, and Simon proceeds to try to pick the lock.
Okay.
He still has to roll. He's still somewhat human.
Somewhat human.
He's as human as you are, Amos.
Yeah.
And an 87 isn't going to cut it. So Simon fails to pick the lock. He's like, oh, this is a really good lock.
That's sleight of hand, right?
Wait, good luck, and
No.
maybe I won't offer
It's
that
locksmith.
suggestion
Oh, it's locksmith?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's locksmith.
Does Skeet want to try?
Hang on a sec. Because we're sharing things, does that mean that him and I can share skills depending on certain situations?
You do not know. And even if because you don't know if it's possible, but more importantly, how you would do it.
That's fair. Never mind then. All right, cool.
Yeah. Do you want to... Well, you have to ask Skeet.
I'll ask him. Skeet, do you want to try the lock?
Oh, okay, man. I mean, I picked a lock or two in my day. You know. Okay. I got none of them fancy picks. Picks
It's all
are
right.
not.
You
picks
just
are not with me.
you do what you might normally do.
Okay, man. And he reaches into his overalls, into a back pocket, and he hauls out like a screwdriver.
That's fine.
This little screwdriver, but it looks like it's been altered, and like there's grooves, and it's thinned on the edge.
Is
yeah.
it a shank?
It could be, Marion. Are you just
Who are
practicing
you?
for when you go to prison?
No, it's just
You went that bad?
No.
it's just how we got into all the sheds on my property.
Nice, yes.
Damn, they're not locked.
Yeah, and in
more.
multiple rooms.
So he steps forward, and Simon sort of puts his kid away, and he's just sort of looking at Skeet strangely. And Skeet just sort of puts his hand on the door for a second. And he's just very intently, and you normally don't see him like focus, but very intently holding the altered screwdriver in one hand. And he's got his hand on the door, and he sort of slots it into the lock. It's still a roll, people. I still got to roll for him. Okay. click, click. As he doesn't even grab the knob, he's just got his hand on the door, and as he just turns the screwdriver, and whatever you can hear you can hear a click, click, and then he puts his hand down from the door and he opens up the door.
Oh, so many conversations that need to be had. Thank you very much, Skeet. I appreciate your help.
Not a problem, ma'am.
Is there light inside this area?
Yes. Okay. What you do see is it's very similar to the other side, except as you're looking in, there's a little hallway. It's on a slight ramp that leads up onto the stage, which you didn't see when you came in on the other side of the stage because there was different what's set pieces. There's different set pieces around, and you didn't stay up there very long. I don't know if you remember why, but
I do remember why.
You didn't stay up there very long. But you also notice that on the right, there seems to be a stairway that seems to be... It goes in maybe around 2 feet off the ramp, and then there's a stairway, a stone stairway that seems to be going up.
It goes up?
Well, you're still looking from the door,
yeah, I know,
but it's heading up.
On the other side, in the scary side...
They're all scary sides.
Yeah, they're all scary sides. But on the... I specifically know it's scary side. The stairway went down.
Well, there wasn't a stairway on the other side.
There wasn't a stairway.
There was a ramp.
Yeah.
On the other side.
Yeah.
That one ended led up to the stage.
Yeah.
And the other one ramp went further on downslope.
Yeah.
Went down.
Down behind the stage.
Yeah. So if the stage is here, it went like this, and you know that leads to the iron gate. And the catacomb and the sewer area.
Okay. Can we see up the stairs, or is it too dark?
So you're going to move in?
Yes.
Because it's just
as
from the
a
door.
group, we will move in.
Who's leading? I love asking this question.
Me and Skeet side by side, because he still has he's holding the lantern, even though we haven't needed it.
Yes, he is still holding the lantern.
And
he picked it up off the floor after he laid it down and put his hand on the door.
Generally,
Okay, so you walk up to the stairs. You notice that the stairs go up maybe around 15, 20 feet. And then there's like a landing. And then you can't really see it, but you'd assume it goes up 15, 20 feet to a landing. And then offset from the landing, stairs go up.
It goes up to maybe a catwalk or something?
Well, you'd have to walk up the first set of stairs to the landing and then look up the next set.
All right. Does it look like a place where you would keep costume storage?
Do you have any relevant theater knowledge-based skills? Roll me a percentage for acting, theater, knowledge of theater. Unless you can think of something else skill you have that could work for that.
I mean, I attend the theater. I don't know about being in the theater, for me, specifically.
This is killing us who are in theater.
I know! I'm talking about Althea. I know that there's not probably...
I think I know what the staircase is, but I can't say anything.
Just, I know, but still.
Watching you two is kind of amazing right now. Especially when
it would just be a roll under theater. You're looking for what, 1%?
I got a 48.
Yeah.
When Amos dies, I'm going to come back as a theater technician.
Okay.
You have no idea where costumes would be in a
so
theater.
as a group, we can go up to the next landing.
Okay, so you go up to the next landing, and you look up, and then there's another set of stairs that go up 15 or 20 feet, and there's a landing.
I don't know.
No, be quiet! Be quiet! I'll kick you out!
Okay, is there still wall, or is it just
No,
open?
there's a wall.
Yeah.
It's wall.
It's not
there's
like an
stone
open...
stairs up to a landing.
Yeah, it's not
stone
like...
stairs up to a landing.
And there isn't a door or anything?
No, not yet.
Is this up to like a... like where the sound booth would be? Because I thought that would be behind the seats. Do you even know what... Can
you roll me another 1% check, please? You rolled a 00.
Yes!
I'm just glad that it's not for something super important. But you know what? You're thinking that if you were going to put costumes anywhere, it'd be up these stairs.
All right. Okay then.
You
As a group, we will go up the stairs. We can walk. Is it wide enough that we can walk like the three of us in a row?
No.
Damn it.
No. Technically, on the landing, all three of you could probably be there.
Mm-hmm.
But on the stairs themselves, you'd be tight for 2 in a row. Somebody has to lead.
I'm about to shit myself.
And Simon says, you know,
It was the pause that did it.
Simon says, you know, I'll go first.
Well, he said so.
Since if something, you said this might be dangerous, if something happens, I have a better chance of not being as messed up as you.
Yeah!
Okay.
Okay?
Sorry, Amos.
So,
Amos
and
is just
he said,
sitting in
I
a-
think Skeet will go second, and then you will go third.
But that leaves open space behind me.
Okay. So you'll be behind Simon, and then Skeet will be behind you.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Althea, if I ever see you again.
Now, come on now. No,
I might, if
let-
you ever
let-
see me again, I might tell you about how horribly fucked up your insides are.
I'm about to get more fucked up. Thanks.
Amos is just sitting in the police station
I
and
just
suddenly,
need some
"Ow!"
masks, man. I just need some masks.
Okay, as you
Toss that to her. I think that counts as table talk.
come on now, it's a little sheet of paper that just says "Don't fuck this up." Yeah. So Simon starts walking up the stairs. Okay, and you're right behind.
Yep.
And it's a bit because Skeet's in the back with the lantern. It's a bit dark
Okay.
in
Yeah.
front, but Simon doesn't seem to be bothered by it at all. As he starts walking up the stairs, and then you get up to a third landing, and then a fourth landing, and then right in front of you, Simon disappears.
Ah!
And I need you to make a spot hidden check.
Yeah, that's okay. Please God. You know what? Best case scenario is he just fell off the end of something.
On the plus
Best.
side, I may not even need to have an interview. Just saying. Just tossing it out there.
Do you want to burn like 50 luck or something?
No, I would need to burn 10 luck.
Okay.
78 out of 68.
I'm assuming you stop.
Yes.
You stop, and then Skeet's like, "Oh, go. Where'd it go?"
Can we light the lantern?
The lantern is lit.
Okay, can I take the lantern and like hold it up and out in front of me to see if I see
So as
anything?
you lift up the lantern
Oh, God.
toward the look,
Oh God.
the lantern goes out.
Ah,
And
no.
then,
Oh.
right, you do realize now that as you're going up the stairs, whereas the theater was lit by lights, it wasn't asked, the stairwell is not.
I asked if there was light inside there.
Yeah, from the door
No.
with the ramp, there is
Yep.
light for the first
the-
landing.
Why you
But
got-
because the lantern was lit by Skeet,
Why you gotta be like this?
because it's funny. And then I'm going,
He was prepared.
and then I'm going to move away from Althea.
Yeah, well, Althea might
I think
wanna
that's a
move away
good
from
moment to
Althea,
move
too.
away from. I am going to move back to Marion and Agatha, and I'm so sorry, Zach, but I wasn't actually done with that, but I didn't tell you before. So
Bye, everybody. Here's a finger for you. All right, I'm out.
I know you were here to play, man. I'm sorry. You'll get your chance.
Fuck this shit. I'm out. Fuck this. I'm dead anyway.
Are you there?
You're dead. I'm dead.
I'm sharing a body with Simon.
But who knows where Simon is?
You might be in paradise right now.
He's not.
Probably not.
Anyways.
Okay. So we go back to Marion and Agatha, and the question was asked is, how long have you known? How long have you been an acquaintance of Althea Goodyear? That's what he asked.
Oh, she's under contract with the New England Center of Antiquities. She's been working with us for a couple of weeks now.
Yeah, the same time as I started.
Yes. Why?
Okay. Okay. No, it's just a little bit interesting because I was talking to Althea a few days ago, couple days ago. When, at the hospital, when she brought in an Officer Ricky that had been hit by her driver, Skeet Wilsonbaum.
Oh dear, she did tell us about this, yes. She did mention that there had been an accident.
I'm not going to say anything.
Is Officer Ricky okay?
Yeah, he seems to be going to be making a recovery. We're not sure about how well he's going to recover. There was some damage to his spine. There was some damage to his legs. I have a quick question for Agatha Bernhardt. This is not Vincent Caputo. This is the Keeper.
Yeah.
How would Agatha feel about this, knowing that she is actually the one who hit?
I would feel guilty.
Do you want to roll me maybe either a psychology or it would be a psychology.
Okay.
To hide it. Because not only is it useful for spotting, it's also an opposed roll to try to...
Can I roll a charm to distract him by asking about Officer Ricky and...
You roll it as well.
Yeah. Can I roll it as charm?
Yeah.
Or should I roll
you
it
can
as
roll it as a charm, trying to... Yeah.
Okay. Well,
the boat and yours matters.
32 out of 45.
So put a tick in charm.
13 out of 55.
For psychology.
Yes.
You can put a tick in psychology.
I already have one.
And no. So he does not see through your facade at all.
Does he have a family?
Of course he does.
Yes.
He has a wife. He has two
dear.
kids.
I do hope that you'll let us know if how his recovery goes. I'm sure Althea would want to know. She does care quite a bit about her staff and is always concerned when anything happens. As I said, we've known her for a couple of weeks, so it's. I can't say I know her very well, but we would appreciate it if you'd let us know.
Yes, actually.
How he's doing.
Yes, actually, Althea mentioned that she would help take care of the family, and I'm sure I've given them her number, and she'll probably reach out. His wife will probably reach out for any help that Althea may give. The real question is you were asking about the connection of how I would have known you. How I would have known that you would be an acquaintance of Althea. Because she had mentioned in our short conversation that an antiquities acquaintance, and he's reading this directly from his notes, an antiquities acquaintance of hers had told her about an abandoned house out on the outskirts of town that apparently had artifacts, relics, maybe stuff from the war in it, and that her and some acquaintances of hers decided to go take all these things before they were robbed by ne'er-do-wells and bring them to, he flips again, the New England Center of Antiquities.
Did she say acquaintance?
Yeah, she didn't say your names or anything, and I'm not implying that you were with her. It's just that there's connection there. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
Because she also gave the general location of this house. And we have I'm still waiting to hear back news. We sent out a team actually today. They're probably around a half hour, an hour overdue. So we're not sure about that, but I was looking through the city records, or through some of the police files, and it seems that the house at the location she mentioned was owned by Heinrich, this gentleman who came back from the war and got you know what I mean. So he had just died earlier that day. You see, but yet the house was abandoned. Although then again, I mean, the guy might have abandoned it. He was a bomber after all.
And
he seems to be like giving you a way out. He doesn't seem like he's pushing it into you guys. He seems more to be trying to find... Roll me a psychology roll, actually, before I give any other information.
10.
51 out of 55.
Okay, so you both passed. You realize that he doesn't seem to be more coming after you guys. You realize it at this point.
Yeah.
It seems that he is looking more into Althea.
Oh dear.
He seems to be looking for holes in her story.
Okay.
But you don't know
What her story was.
what her story was. That's the thing. He seems to be actually, from all the multiple successful psychology rolls you made, that he's just trying to find information.
Yeah. Okay.
And you have a feeling, I'm actually not going to go for a psychology, but I want you to roll me a psychoanalysis. I know that's usually used for treatment, but you might see the onset of something.
12 out of 73, so that's an extreme.
Put a tick in psychoanalysis. You see something that's a telltale sign that, just from your years of experience, that Caputo is not doing very well. He was probably, in your opinion, just very quickly, really close to Officer Ricky. And Althea brought in Officer Ricky. And he's been trying to find maybe holes in that story. And he's finding connections to do with bombings. And you understand where I'm coming from there?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Janessa, who plays Althea, is still at the table. So...
Just stressing constantly.
Just stressing constantly. And you also realize with an extreme success that it's more than just that. There's something else that you're not sure of, but he's just about to get to it.
Okay.
Yeah, so she mentioned that his driver was a Skeet Wilsonbottom, which I was amazed to find out that he was wanted by the military for some kind of incident in Swill's Gullet, some kind of chemical attack, or gas, or there was some kind of gas or maybe radiation or...
Attacked by whom?
Oh, we don't know, but the military never gave us really much information, but just that they were looking for Skeet Wilsonbottom.
That seems an odd location for an attack.
So, the name that she mentioned was a Skeet Wilsonbottom. But, and he reaches into that envelope, and he takes out another picture. And what it looks to be, actually, drive auto rules. I'm also using it as a vehicle knowledge.
Would you like me to do with drive auto or
Mechanical
repair?
Mechanical repair, for sure.
Ooh, I should have gone with drive auto because then I could have boosted that one, but I like both. 8%.
Put a tick in mechanical
And
repair.
mechanical repair is 63.
98?
98 out of 45, yeah.
Okay, so so that's a critical fumble.
Yes.
So when you're looking at the picture he lays down,
Yep.
you are not entirely sure of what it is. What it is a picture of a trunk, but you can't place the trunk anywhere.
Right, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it could be any trunk. But you notice that it is the trunk of a Studebaker.
Oh, okay.
Flipped up. And it's a picture of a body in the trunk
Okay.
of the Studebaker. You realize this, it could be any old trunk. And it seems to be, now it's a black and white picture. It seems to be somebody in robes, but you can see that the robe that was over the head is pulled back slightly. And what you see is somebody who looks the spitting image of Skeet Wilsonbottom. And it looks to be a dead body. Although you're not entirely sure at the moment how, like, from the grainy of the picture. He's like, so, and he lays this out. And he says, so, it seems that Skeet Wilsonbottom, this appears to be who this person is, at least when we showed it to the military contacts, attaché, that this is what Skeet Wilsonbottom looked like. They had an actual fairly decent picture of him, like they knew a sketch of him, they knew exactly what he looked like, and this looks exactly like that person. He was found with he was found shot and dead in this trunk. He had some kind of weird black navy blue robe on.
I can see the robe. That is odd. Is it connected with anything?
Oh, I'm not entirely sure, but the problem is that Ms. Goodyear said that Skeet Wilsonbottom was driving her Packard Twin 6 when the officer was hit. The night when Skeet Wilsonbottom was dead in the trunk of this car.
How old is this photo?
This was taken 2 days ago, right? It would have been shortly. Actually, no, it was taken. Yeah, it was taken
when it was parked outside the apartment building.
When it was parked outside the apartment building. But actually, I'm going to have to refrain something because of all the craziness that was going on. I'm sorry to do this as a keeper, but it was taken yesterday morning. Okay, so it's going to change, but it sort of stays the same, so anyone who can follow along. It was taken yesterday morning when we found this white Studebaker, and we could find a connection, and we got somebody to take a picture of it, which was great. But it does mean that Skeet Wilsonbottom, who was driving the Packard Twin 6 and hit Officer Ricky, right, was then found the next morning dead in the trunk of a car owned by, just on witness accounts of two of you, which could potentially be Heinrich's car. It's just very confusing. it's just very confusing.
All I can say is I'm sure you are drawing this conclusion, and we've seen from talking to other individuals at the New England Center, and our experience is that Heinrich was quite a disturbed individual.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, because you ladies have been through a lot, and I'm just gonna throw out maybe a little bit of a scenario, and you could tell me from what you know of Ms. Goodyear if this could be potential.
I'm very interested to hear your theories.
I think, and he seems like conspiratorial, like he's sort of leaning in.
I kind of lean in as well. Like I want to know what he's thinking.
Because we're talking about a successful charm roll, Apollo's successful psychology rolls, being able to pick it out. He doesn't seem to be after you yet. We'll wait till he failed to place Agatha as the one in the wanted picture, which was a roll that was failed. So there's all these reasons why. It's going this way, but he leans in. He's like, so, I think, and he slightly whispers, but I'm going to talk in a normal voice because it's better for audio. Yep. So I'm just going to say he whispers. He whispers conspiratorially across the table.
And I drop my voice to match his.
Yeah.
So I'm playing off him entirely, just trying to match his energy. It's like, I'm on your side here.
I think Althea is mixed up in art and relics and artifacts that were stolen from World War I, and she used Heinrich as her point man. And when he outserved his purpose, right? And maybe he was coming after you ladies because he saw that you worked with her, and he was going to use you as leverage against the Kingpin. Maybe something like that. He seems very confused about this information, but he thinks that. And it is definitely clouded by the fact of Officer Ricky, his friend. Yeah. It is definitely clouded by that, but he seems to be...
The problem, I understand, and it would make sense for Heinrich to be mixed up in some sort of artifact theft or some sort of art collection of that sort, but I fail to see how Althea is connected with this. She didn't know him. She was with us when he was following us and was very. There were a couple of times when he came closer to getting close to us, and she was just as frightened as the rest of us.
Oh, well, could it still be plausible that maybe she had already sort of went behind his back, and now she was scared of retribution from him? And then he set the bombs. Now, I'm only trying to figure out how Detective William Tilts, he does say Bill, but he's like, sorry, Detective William Tilts fits into this. Maybe he was getting close to uncovering this conspiracy, although I do have another interview today that may enlighten the fact about maybe who Heinrich's accomplice was. So that could be interesting.
Could be. The only problem is I don't see the connection between Althea and Heinrich. I'm sure there's other things in there that I'm missing. I'm stuck on that connection. I can't see how they would know each other, or where that connection would come from. She had never seen him before. The first time he crossed our paths.
Yeah, it's just a strange. It's just very strange, and I'm trying to get my promotion. He seems to be very candid, like especially that charm roll, like it really helped. He's just like, I'm just trying to piece this together, but it seems like there's so many moving parts. I'm sure when the team gets back from the estate, maybe we'll find something more there.
I'm sure they would have a great deal more information.
No.
Although they should have been back by now.
Now, you did mention about that estate. And
Yes.
you did mention that Althea had said to you that with accomplices, they went to
Acquaintances.
Acquaintances,
Although
sorry.
accomplices might be a better word now that you say it.
With acquaintances to go and get get artifacts from there.
Yes.
That wouldn't be unusual for the New England Center of Antiquities to go and see, considering Heinrich was an employee, that if he was involved with stealing artifacts, they would want to retrieve them. That wouldn't be unusual. Would you back me up on that,
Absolutely.
Marion? Because that would make sense. If it's stolen property from them, they would want to retrieve it.
Could you make a persuade roll
Oh,
for me?
crap,
Or
okay.
charm. You were definitely not lying. Persuade or charm.
Which one is persuade? Oh no.
What's your charm?
Like 15. So I guess charm would be my better. Oh god. 46.
Do you want to burn 31 luck?
No.
Yeah, so he's like, it seems plausible, but there's still something sort of. And as he's doing this, is there anything you'd like to say? You know what I mean? Where you try, you know what I mean? To persuade? Do you want to come in and? He seems on the fence.
I'm just trying to think of what the right thing to say here would be.
Yeah.
Because I want to be able to do a persuade roll with this, but I'm trying to think of the right thing to say. In real life, like.
Okay.
I can't just say, I'm going to roll a persuade roll. Because I have to actually say something. Okay. I'm trying to think of if there's anything different I could say that you haven't already said.
Well, if you could have just Agatha explain what you just said again, and maybe she.
You would just. Say,
I had just said that it wouldn't be unusual that the New England Center of Antiquities would have gone to this estate to retrieve artifacts that could potentially have been stolen by Heinrich.
There had been an incident at the New England Center recently that some artifacts had been stolen.
Oh.
Yes,
Nothing was reported for that.
It was a rather shocking day. It was one of the other employees was injured, so it was. I believe they were more focused on that than on reporting anything stolen. But upon going back through some of the items after the robberies, there were some things missing. It's quite likely that's what she was doing.
Okay. I'm assuming charm for that. Maybe persuade, whichever one you prefer, actually.
I'll go with persuade. Ooh, 59 out of 43.
Okay. I have to roll a check.
Yep.
For
Probably an idea at
Mr.
this point.
Caputo. Not with a 74. So he still doesn't connect Agatha with the wanted poster from the day of the robbery.
Yep.
He's just overlooking it.
Yeah.
He's like, no, okay. He doesn't seem to be convinced, but at least he starts writing it into his notebook. And he's like, oh, okay. I feel that's pretty much as much information. If you ladies would be available to come in again if requested, that would be great.
Of course.
Yeah, if that would be wonderful.
Just before we leave, in the interest of full disclosure, so you know that we have told you everything and we're not holding anything back, The gentleman waiting in your hallway is another acquaintance of ours. We have worked with him before. Amos, what's his last name? Milton. Amos Milton.
That actually is the way you do it, because that's a good playoff.
Yeah.
What's his last name?
Yeah. It's just so you know, and that we have been completely upfront with you. Just wanted to make sure you knew that before we leave.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I'm actually taking Mr. Milton into the interrogation room after you, just to go over a couple of points in the story. I would appreciate it if, as you left, you did not interact with a Mr. Milton in any way.
Of course.
And continue out of the building, and I will... is there a number that you can be reached at?
I give him the number of the New England Center of Antiquities.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Because I don't have a phone. It's the 1920s, and I'm not rich.
Oh, yeah. He was expecting we're staying at Althea Goodyear's house.
Not anymore, you ain't.
We tried.
Fair enough. At this point, very quickly, I am going... okay, so he goes over and he opens up the door, and he ushers you out. Yeah. And then I'm going to go get Zach and bring him back in.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure Marion and Agatha might as well stay because it's funny.
It's up to you. Let me sit down.
I do have
it just would be a hassle for both of them.
Sure.
To leave now.
Sure, it's however you want to do it. You're the keeper, man. I just live here.
Oh yeah, it's
Hey, no.
it's been hilarious.
I even through my noise, I have noise canceling headphones, and I can hear you guys laughing. So I'm worried.
So
I'm screwed.
So first off, the door opens to the interrogation room after maybe 20 minutes, half hour.
20 to 30 minutes.
Is that the same amount of time it takes to drive anywhere in town?
Yeah. That was.
And Amos, you're still sitting outside having a smoke, and you notice Marion and Agatha.
Get out of here.
Leave. Agatha, are you still taking Marion's arm?
To keep up pretenses, yes.
Yeah.
And to keep up pretenses. Okay, fair enough.
Can I make a psychology check?
On.
Is he buying this fucking limping shtick?
I'm not limping. I'm just being assisted.
You can roll a psychology check.
17. My psychology is 54.
Do you have a tick in psychology?
I do.
Yeah. What you realize is he doesn't seem to care about them.
That makes sense.
But he does seem to be focused on you.
Okay. That could be really worse or really bad.
I'm going to...
Don't give me that.
So, as he ushers you into the room, and there's still 2 chairs, so a chair disappeared. No, there's still 2 chairs on the other side of the table, but he motions you to sit on the other side of the table. You know this. You know how this works. You walk in and sit. And
I sit on the side with the 2 chairs?
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to
That's
use
right.
as a footrest.
Fair enough. As he closes the door, now I'm just going to quickly go back to Marion and Agatha as you're walking out. Is there anything you would like to do while leaving the police department?
I'm going to take another look at that bulletin board. No, I'm not. That's too much character knowledge. I'm just going to go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to go.
Oh, Christ.
I'm going to take a look at my poster again. There's no way I can steal it off the board, so I'm not going to try.
You could. It
try.
is sleight of hand.
Yeah, I don't have that.
You have 10%.
I have 10%. Oh god, if I critical fail though, that would
I was
be
gonna
so
ask.
bad.
I was gonna ask if you wanted to shoot up the place before you left.
I left my Leanfield. It's in the car. I left it in the car.
Like a
how
responsible.
that's your response to that. Is that I left
No,
my
it's
gun
okay.
in the
I'm gonna
car.
leave the building with Marion.
Okay, as you both leave and you turn the corner to go to the other hallway in order to leave, I need you both to roll spot hidden rolls.
Oh no.
What the fuck?
34 out of 66.
67 out of 65.
Wow. You've already got a tick
Yeah,
in spot hidden from before, so it doesn't matter about the fail, and I believe you already have a tick in spot hidden.
Of course I do.
Yeah.
Of course we do.
One-eyed wonder.
Just make us roll it at the top just so that we can make it go up.
You notice as you're walking down the hallway and you turn and look back the hallway you just came out,
Yeah.
you notice that door that's next to the interrogation room door, you see that door open, okay?
Okay.
And you see somebody in a military uniform leave the room and start walking the hall away from you.
Okay.
Okay? Leave that room and start walking the hall away
I
from
hope
you.
you guys didn't say nothing about Skeet.
Oh, we told him everything.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Okay.
We told him about the slugs, and we told him about the crucified bodies next to the lake. And she started talking about
I don't have my-
Jackie.
You're a very bad liar.
I don't have much time in this episode to get to this point. Let's continue. Okay. So you sit down, you put your foot up on the other chair, relaxing, and he sits down on the other side. You notice that as you're walking in, you see the clipboard that had the blank papers on it. Mm-hmm. It seems to be upside down on a little table by the door. And he just has his notebook in his hand.
Yeah.
Just has a notebook in his hand, and there's a brown envelope. Now, roll photography for me.
Oh, shit. I've never actually rolled this skill.
I'm trying to make you some more skills and trying to make it more interesting.
It's a 51 out of 40, no.
Okay. But it's like a little brown envelope. It's a certain size that you're not familiar with at the top of your head. As he sits down, he's like, okay, so you were, Vincent Caputo and you are Amos Milton.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. You seem, you went through the academy, I think, to become a police officer, and then you took a different path to move toward the private detective.
Yep.
Sounds good. And you were friends with a William Tilts in
Correct.
the academy, which is how you knew him.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So, how well do you know Ms. Marion Collins and Ms. Agatha Bernhardt?
We allowed to smoke in here?
By all means. By all means.
How many cigarettes have you gone through just in the last?
Been stressful. I've been stressful. I bought a couple packs from Bob before my apartment blew up. But as well as you can know anybody for having worked with them since I go a couple. However long it's been.
Yeah. Run! Big period of time.
I know it's like only been.
I know the exact
maybe a
timeline.
week and a half.
It's just it's not believable. And that's coming from a Cthulhu keeper.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd say as well as you could know anybody that you've been assigned with for a couple and a certain number of
Okay,
days.
so and you work together with the New England Center of Antiquities.
That's correct.
Okay.
At this moment, I do. Yeah.
Yes, as a private detective, I'm sure you have clients.
Yep.
Back and forth. Okay. Fair enough. You said to Detective Stillwell on the scene.
This was the gentleman outside my apartment.
Yeah, he did mention he didn't give his name.
He
but
did not know.
Yes, but it was a Detective Stillwell.
All right.
That you found the body of Detective William Tilts.
Yeah.
In your apartment shortly before the explosion.
That is correct. Is there? I'm not asking this. I'm not asking him.
Okay.
I'm just seeing around. Is he recording this at all?
No. No, he's not. He is not recording this. Can you roll
I
me
don't like that.
a law check or another check about something you could prove for police procedure in?
Because 97. That's a no matter what. Doesn't
You do
matter.
realize in the top of your mind, why isn't this being recorded? But then it just
Goes away.
yeah, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Maybe
Yeah.
right? And you've been in the force for a while, blah blah blah. But it's also actually no 97. I'm not going to give you any extra information. That's not fair.
Stop there. Quit while you're ahead.
You also mentioned that you chased the subject, the person who did the bombing, into the sewers. And it was an escaped patient from Danvers.
Did I tell him that?
Yeah.
I did mention that? Okay. I'm just trying to figure out where he's pulling information from.
Oh, yeah, I made notes of the information.
Okay, perfect. So that is what I had said to Stillwell. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Perfect. That is...
There was no name. You didn't give a name of it. Would you know the name of this individual?
Well, actually, so there's a bit of a clarification to add to that. At the time, it was a bit of a mess. Bill was suffering, had injuries on him that were matching that of a man named Albert Gall. He was an escaped convict from the, I don't remember the name of the facility, but Agatha worked there prior to being here.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the connection that's there. But I don't believe he was responsible for the bombing of the apartment, and I don't know to what degree that Gall or the guy who I assume was connected to the bombing knew each other, or if it was a coincidence. But I was chasing Gall at the moment that I found Stillwell, who left marks on tilts. But I believe the one responsible for the bombing is a... oh my god, Zach is drawing a blank of what's the guy's name? Heinrich, yeah. A Heinrich, something or other. Some kind of demolitions expert.
Yeah, and we've and about Heinrich, we've actually clarified that from other inquiries. That his main vehicle was a white Studebaker.
Yep, that's right.
Which was also found outside of the apartment.
Yep.
It seems that somebody had taken papers from his from the glove compartment, so we couldn't really find out the registration of the vehicle.
Oh.
Who was registered to, but Ms. Collins and Ms. Bernhardt said that it was the vehicle that he had used to stalk them.
Yeah, no, we've run into that vehicle a few times. Do I have the papers on me? Where did I?
Yeah. You have because what you did was you took a pile of papers from his glove compartment and stuffed it into the pocket of your coat.
I did, yeah. So actually, no, I'm gonna be completely open with this guy.
Yeah, that's why I was laughing.
Yeah, no, I go, oh shit, and I completely I know where those papers are. I actually take them out of my pocket. I place them on the table. I'm like, I was involved in an explosion like 5 minutes before this. I was in chasing the guy that killed Bill mode, and I completely spaced on this. I do apologize. Here are all of the papers that I pulled from the vehicle.
Okay.
On the table.
And he just takes them. Then he goes up, stands up, grabs the clipboard with the blank papers, and sort of puts them underneath the blank papers and clips them back down. He doesn't really look at them. He just
That's fair.
Puts them there. He's like, oh, okay. So, how close were you to the explosion?
Very close. Do I still look like
you
fucked
look
up?
Completely fine.
My clothes are fine?
Oh, the coat is fine. Your trench coat, Aloysius' trench coat, that seems to be fine. You even put out a burning body on a building with it, and it seems fine.
But the rest of what I'm wearing underneath it,
since you...
Oh, I've changed.
Yeah, and the staff would have given you better clothes.
Oh, God.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, there was always... Whenever you rest and wake up, you have pretty much new clothes. Right. That's exactly the same as your old clothes.
How banged up did I look when I was talking with Stillwell?
You looked okay. Oh, you looked banged up because of your clothes, not because of actual injuries you had.
Yeah, I'm sure Stillwell can tell you. I was close. I was covered in debris from the building. It was my apartment.
So, what do you know about this Heinrich character?
I know that my current employer, New England Center, had employed him previously. So, or at least he was involved with them previously, the specifics of which I'm not entirely familiar with. I know that I'm sure that there is a bit of a personal vendetta against us, as he has attacked us previously, and we got away.
So he starts writing in something.
Yeah. Yeah. No. So I suspect that there was a previous run-in that we had with him, and being that I'm working with the two women you previously discussed, they mentioned that they had a run-in with him at around the same time that day. which leads me to believe that he was actively chasing us down for having escaped them before. If I were to hazard a guess. That's about all I know, is that he was in the war. He looked a little fucked up until he blew himself up, I think. And we ran into him a couple times, got away. I don't think I liked it.
Okay, you mentioned that you were attacked.
Yeah.
What did he do?
So there was I given the address to the New England Center of Antiquities. Mm-hmm. This was a place that we had worked. Oh God.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember the street names I already gave.
I don't know either.
Main Point Street and Creedleberry.
I'm being super honest. If you guys weren't super honest, I'm gonna hurt y'all.
Okay, no,
I said before going in.
Yeah.
There was one day we were there reporting, and the white Studebaker shot up the place with a Tommy gun or some kind of automatic weapon.
I need him to roll a check for something, because
Okay.
that's that day in particular.
Okay.
Okay, his eyes go a little bit wide.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, yeah, there was a gunfight.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, in front of the building.
Yeah, that was correct.
Wait right here." And he gets up. And he starts walking out the door.
I can explain more. All right, I'll tell you.
Yeah, but he just goes out. Now it has been. It has been 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
How many days ago was that? I don't even know how long ago this has been since
2 days.
2 days?
Oh my
I'm
God,
fine.
really? Wow.
It's been a mess.
No, and that's fine. But what happens is, and it's like that scene in The Usual Suspects, where he's going out. But I'm assuming that Marion and Agatha, you were going to hop a cab and go to Chafe's.
Probably.
So I need you both to roll a spot hidden.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
They might be waiting at Chafe's for a while.
Oh God.
That's a fail.
That is a fail.
58 out of 65.
Okay, so you noticed the same way you noticed Agatha in the window in the haunted house.
Yeah.
But you notice as the cab is driving away, you see Vincent Caputo run out onto the steps leading up to the police department, and he seems to be frantically looking around just as you drive out of sight.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Call. The next episode will air Tuesday, March 8th with Spacers, our sci-fi podcast awaiting us all to get together again before recording more episodes. Please leave us a review on your podcast app of choice and visit our main website for merch and Ko-fi. Music and ambient tracks licensed through Triune Films and Artlist. Your players for the night were Elizabeth Wells, Janessa Coles, Lindsay Delansky, and Zach Barrett. Your audio operator was Rob Hickey, and your GM, or Keeper, was Derek Snow. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time.